All right, everybody, what's up? It's Good Friday. That's right, it really is. It's Good Friday. Just the Friday before Easter. But anyways, a lot of y'all seem to watch my video of the Ford F150 versus the Chevy Silverado, right? A lot of y'all watched it. Seemed like a lot of y'all enjoyed it. But then there was a bunch of y'all that had a lot of complaints. What? Because basically what happened that day is I went down there and I, by accident, grabbed a Ford truck XLT that was a 4x2, not four-wheel drive. Damn! And I went down there and I started doing a comparison video between the 4x2 and the 4x4 and not realizing it until about halfway through the video that, uh-oh, I'm filming something that's not exactly the right comparison, if that makes any sense. So, I figured what the heck, right? Let's hop in a truck, a 4x4 Ford with the FX4 Offroad package. Let's head down to Chevy and let's take a look at this truck versus the Chevy Z71 Silverado. LTZ, whatever we can find, right? That's what we're gonna do. So let's see which truck I got the key to. Right, because we got the keys to the truck. Boom, boom, yeah. All right, let's take a look. We got this one right here. Ooh, that's a pretty one right there. I like that silver. FX4, I think this one's pretty well loaded up. 5.0 liter V8. It's also a Lariat. And yeah, it's, let's make sure, 4x4 Super Crew. So that's the truck we're gonna be looking at against the Silverado. So let's do the best we can to find a Chevy Silverado that matches up as close to this as possible. Here we go. All right, oh man, it's a rainy day. It really is. It's been raining all night and it's raining out there right now. So let's hope the rain, ooh, this is nice. Let's hope the rain doesn't continue on too hard. You got a big screen here. You got another massive screen back there. This is a nice truck. Pano roof, wow. This is amazing, really. I mean, anyways, before we go, we got to put a little tag on the back of the truck, and then we will we'll get rolling down the road here. Let's back her up. This is a big truck too, folks. I mean, this thing is big. And not the easiest to pull out right now. Camera is coming in handy though. All right, we got her out. So how do we do our wiper blades, right? There's nothing over here. There's nothing there. Wipers are actually over here. There we go. And the dealership's busy today, folks. For Good Friday, it is busy. Every sales guy seems to have a customer at their desk. So that's a great thing. It's busy. And it seems like people really do go out and do some car buying right before a holiday because, hey, they're going out traveling. Maybe, you know, it's Easter weekend, going out of town. Maybe they want to have a new truck or a new car sitting out in the driveway when all the family comes over. Who knows what people's reasoning is on buying new or used vehicles before the holiday, but they do. They really do. The other thing I can tell you why they're busy in there too is today is the 30th of the month. So it is pretty much the end of the month, and people seem to know that buying a vehicle at the end of the month usually means good deals. I've always told customers that. I'm like, you know, you want to get a good deal on a car, come on the last day of the month. Sales guys are trying to hit their bonuses. The car store is trying to hit their bonus on how many new cars sold and this and that and the other. And a lot of times they will you know, they'll make the prices a little more affordable towards the end of the month, or not affordable, but a little bit better towards the end of the month. That's just kind of how it's always been in the car business. Anyways, all right, let's finish what we got to do and head down to Chevy. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Chevy Silverado LTZ versus the Ford F150 Lariat. You know, both of these trucks have been in America for a long time. I'd say a century, 100 years, right? They're both great trucks. They've always been competitors going at it head to head. And let me tell you folks, at the end of this video, I want you to go in the comments section and let me know, after watching, will you pick the Silverado or would you pick the Ford F150? Ooh, man, both good looking trucks, I'm telling you right now. So let's go ahead and get this party started right now on a Good Friday, and it's a rainy day. All right, everybody, so the first truck we have right here lined up is the 2018 Silverado LTZ Crew Cab. Beautiful truck, sporting in silver. We got the chrome wheels, the chrome mirrors, the chrome running boards, the chrome door handles. Everything's chromed out, and we have the same exact type of situation going on with our Ford F150. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one. So here's your 2018 F150 Lariat. Does have the FX4 Offroad package on it, and again, a lot of chrome trim on it, just like the Chevy Silverado. I'm doing the best I can to bring two vehicles up on the video today that are pretty similar in looks, styling, options, and in price. So we're going to go through all this stuff on a rainy Good Friday. Now I'm going to let you know right now at the beginning of the video, the Silverado is a 4x2, the Ford is a 4x4. I could not find a four-wheel drive Silverado LTZ absolutely loaded out up here on the lot. We just don't have one right now. So please, if you can, continue watching the video, but try to wipe out your brain about one truck having four-wheel drive and the other one not, okay? If you wanted to see a video that had two 4x4s, well then go ahead and click off now. But if you want to continue watching, again, we're taking a look at really the most important things, the features, the options, and some of the things on the trucks that people really love to have, and see which one has them and which one doesn't and all that. So anyways, let's go ahead and keep on rolling through. So here's under the hood of the Ford F150. This truck is actually rocking the 5.0 liter V8. You know, there is another engine available on the F150, which you can get the V6 EcoBoost, which is twin turbo. But today I picked the 5.0 liter because, hey, a little throwback to the Ford Mustang and all those 5.0 liters out there on the highways in America. But here is the horsepower specs of the 5.0 liter. Here is the torque specs. Here is the fuel economy on 4x2. Here's the fuel economy on 4x4. There you have it. Let's take a look under the hood of the Chevy Silverado. Here is under the hood of the Silverado, rocking a 5.3 liter V8. Here is the horsepower ratings on this engine. Here is the torque rating. And here is the fuel economy. Now the front end of the F-150 is very, very beautiful. It really is. And to me, what makes the front end so beautiful is the headlights on this truck. You have a full display of LED lighting on the front of this F-150. Look at the headlights. You got daytime running lights. Your blinkers are LED. Your fog lights are LED. It is an absolutely gorgeous front end on this truck. It looks like a diamond when it's lit up at night. It's so beautiful. Let's go take a look over here at the Silverado. So, you know, your Chevy is still also a very beautiful front end. And again, I like on both of these all this chrome and everything. It looks good with that gold Chevy bow tie. But the headlights on this car also LED as well. You got LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, and you got your LED blinkers right down there and fog lights. So these front ends on both of these trucks are matching up pretty good. I'm telling you right now, this is a nice two comparison vehicle video to watch. I'm telling you, this is nice. Now, a few other things I'm going to point out on the bottom here. You do have these hooks down here. These got a chrome finish kind of on them. They're a stainless steel, I'm assuming. But you got them down there. Does the Silverado have them? Yes, it does. They're not as noticeable, but they're black right here, right over there. Also, you notice on the front end here, you got sensors. These sensors all the way around on the front bumper of this truck. Now, we're looking to see if there's a camera anywhere on the front. No, there is not, but it does have sensors. The Ford does not have any sensors on this particular one, and there is no camera right up here. So that's telling me the Chevy probably is going to have a little more advanced technology when it comes to parking and all that kind of thing with this truck. Ford, pretty sure, offers that too, but again, there's different packages and options available. Anyways, let's keep looking around. Let's take a look at the side bodies of these two trucks and the wheels and all that good stuff. All right, so take a look at this beautiful Silverado from the side here. Of course, it's crew cab, full 4-door. You have a beautiful set of 20-inch 5-star chrome alloy wheels with Goodyear tires on there. Also got the mud flaps and the chrome running rails on the side. It looks good, it really does. Let's take a look over there at the Ford F150. Now this truck also looks really good from the side. We also have on the wheels, not exactly the same, a little bit smaller rims. We got 18-inch chrome wheels, 6 spokes with Michelin tires. You do have the running boards on the side. No mud flaps on this particular one, and it is a crew cab, okay? So that's the side body of the F-150. Looks good, doesn't it? Sure does. Both really nice trucks. Now right now we're going to take a look at the mirrors and the roof line up top. Okay, so you know, the Silverado mirror on this particular truck is definitely smaller than the one on the F-150, and you'll see that in a second when I look at the F-150. But you do have the little lights right here that are going to let people know you're trying to get over. And this particular truck does not have the blind spot monitoring system. It just has this little mirror right there. So no blind spot on this particular truck. Up on the roof line though, you do have a sunroof. But again, Chevrolet has not started yet with the panoramic glass roofs on their trucks. They haven't. The Ford over here does. It's got a roof and it definitely stands out. But before we look at that, let's take a look at the mirror. As you can see, a lot bigger. It's big. It really is. Got the Ford logo right in here. You know, you notice on the Silverado, it's just black on the bottom. There's no light going on right here blinking. The light blinking like this is over there. I do like the mirror a little bit better on the actual Ford truck. It's bigger, there's more, I don't know, it's got blind spot monitoring system, and it's got this whole section down here. So there's a lot more room to be able to see what's going on inside of this truck here. Again, on the roof, nice big old panoramic glass sunroof, and we'll look at those in just a minute from the inside and see how they look. Now here's the rear of the F-150. Of course, it's got backup sensors, tow package, and then you have a backup camera and a rear LED light to shine back here at nighttime, which is really nice. Good looking rear end. Let's take the camera right off the tripod for a second, get a little closer look at everything going on the F-150. LED taillights, blind spot radar system. There's the logo right there letting you know it does come with that. Backup sensors like we talked about earlier. If you're going to be towing stuff, trailer hitch, whatever, you got your brake line hookups, lights, all that good stuff. There's the backup camera, there's the LED light. And then also another great feature I love on this truck. Well, first off, it's got power tailgate. So you can hit a button on the remote and drop that down. I also like how it goes down nice and smooth and just doesn't slam down. And then you got your bed liner, which is a spray-in bed liner. Spray-in bed liners, folks, they're not cheap. They cost money. They really do. They're a lot more expensive than the plastic liner in the back of some trucks. Then Ford gives you this right here. And that's going to make life a lot easier to get in and out of the back of the truck. I promise you that. Just grab a hold of this, put your foot here, there's grip tape there, and then get right on in the back. And you got a nice view from the back. That's a massive sunroof. Really opens up the interior. These light up here so you can see in the back of the bed at nighttime. I love how the back window is set up. It's really kind of, it's mechanical first off, so that thing just kind of goes right that way or that way. And it looks really nice and clean. And then also you got a button right here to cut these LED lights on. Check this out. Isn't that sweet? One there, one over there. Not bad. That's really awesome. I like how it has that button. All right, let's go ahead and hop back out and grab here. Take this, press this button. A little hard to do with just one hand, but we're doing it. Got a little dirt on that, but hey, it's a truck, right? It's pretty heavy too. It's got some weight to that tailgate, which tells me that's a solid truck in the back. All right, let's go take a look and see what the Chevy's got going on in the rear. All right, so here's the back of the Silverado. Of course, tow package, backup sensors, backup camera. Let's take the camera off the tripod for a minute. Let me show you a few things. Now, I will explain to you that the Ford does have a few extra features on the back of it that the Chevy doesn't have. I mean, the Chevy does have a way to get in the back of the truck. They have built their step right into the side of the bumper here, which is nice, okay? But, you know, if you got back problems or leg problems or anything like that, it is a little more difficult getting into the back of the Silverado. Again, you're gonna have to put your foot here, grab somewhere right around here, and then climb up into the back. Ford really's got it on lockdown with that step system they have, and which I like that a whole lot. It's been around for a while too. There's your sensors, tow package, spare tire right there. Both of them got spares right up underneath, and then your backup camera is right here, but there's no LED light anywhere back here to shine on down here. Okay, so that's not going on. You do got LED taillights, as you can see, they're blinking, no fade. If there was a fade in the light, that's how you would know they're not LED, but they cut on and off really quickly. If you want to get in the back, again, it does fold down nice and smooth, but there's no power tailgate on the back of this, so there's no hitting a button and dropping that down, being all fancy. And again, like right now, if I wanted to get in the back of this truck, it is a little more difficult. I put my hand here, put my foot here, and then with being wet outside today, that's going to make it even a little more, interesting, but I'm young, I can do it. Here we go, we're in the back. You got your spray and bed liner just like on your Ford. And I mean, Chevy definitely has got plenty of space back here to put a pano roof, but for some reason Chevy hasn't done that. It does have the lights here to shine down there. A little different configuration on the back window. I do like the Ford one better. Chevy's got to have this matte black going on the bottom and all, but so I like the Ford back window better. And again, there is not one bit of LED lighting that's shining in the back of this truck like the Ford had it right here. Chevy, for some reason, just doesn't offer it. And again, this is an LTZ, so it is pretty well loaded up. If I want to get down, again, it's a lot easier getting up into the back of the Chevy than it is getting down. I'm just going to have to get on the edge here and drop down, just like that. Again, not too difficult for a guy that's 35, 36, 37 years old, or younger. But when you start getting in your 50s and your 60s, or a little bit older, it is going to be more difficult getting in the back of this truck. I'm just, unless you're, Neil Armstrong or something, there you go. But anyways, that's the Silverado rear end. All right, the rain is starting to get a little more steady, and it's all over the camera, but we're going to try to continue on and start moving into the insides of these trucks. Before we do, let's talk about price. The Silverado LTZ two-wheel drive has a retail price of $54,045. Merchant Chevy sells all new trucks, 98 over invoice. Same down at our Ford store, 98 over invoice. So 54,045, 98 over is 51,575. Let's go look at the Ford real quick, see what we got going on over there. Here we go. I do think the Ford will be more. And first off, it's going to be more, probably $1,500 to $2,000 more right off the get-go because it has four-wheel drive FX4 Offroad package. But you see the price over there on that one? 54 grand, 51 after discounts, 59,615. 59,615. There's a 4,027 discount. 98 over invoice is 55,588. There's a rebate of 750. That puts you at 54,838. So 54,838 is the price on the F150 Lariat four-wheel drive. Silverado two-wheel drive, but LTZ loaded up, 51,575. So the Silverado at the end of the day is cheaper, and it actually had less discounts. The Ford still a couple thousand more with the discounts. So this is a lot more expensive truck, it really is. But again, four-wheel drive, remember that, and it does got a lot of extras on it, like those LED lights in the back and all those kind of little features. All right, let's take a look at the inside before we get soaked in here and soaking wet in a second. All right, we're sitting inside the Ford truck, and like I said, it is a rainy day on a Good Friday, but let's go ahead and do our wipers. Our wiper controls are on the left-hand side. There is no lever or anything over here on the right-hand side, so we'll go ahead and check those out. And as you can see, those wipers do a great job. All right, we got leather wrapped up on the steering wheel, which is nice. You got a lot of buttons and controls in here. This right here controls that huge LCD screen right there. This controls audio and volume, Bluetooth, voice command, because you do have Ford Sync 3 inside the truck, and then cruise control over here. Real quickly, we're going to just kind of take a look at the multi-information display screen right there. Again, I really do like how it's a nice big LCD screen, and as you can see, lots of different options in here. Tire pressure, digital speedometer, engine. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Towing, information. I mean, look at all this cool stuff in here. There's really a lot to go over. Off-road status, power distribution, and then you got settings, auto high beam, blind spot, cross traffic alert, rear park aid. I mean, the list goes on and on and on inside the Ford F-150. All your different trips, navigation, auto start, fuel history, fuel economy. So, I mean, again, there's just a lot of stuff. Favorites. There's a lot, as you can tell. There's a lot of stuff inside that screen there. Again, that would be a whole separate video going over all that. Your window controls and mirrors are all right here. You got some synthetic wood trim there. Leather is wrapped up here, wrapped up onto the dash. You do got a B&O stereo system, which is definitely a big upgrade. So again, the Ford F-150, the reason the price is several thousand more is it's got several $1,000s worth more of extras. It really does. I mean, Ford puts a lot of extra stuff on their trucks, like that stereo system. I mean, that's, you know, you go price a B&O stereo system in your house. It is extremely expensive. You do have a really big screen over here, which I like. We'll look at the backup camera quickly. There's your camera right there. Got the guidelines on it, all that good stuff. Even got a little display of a truck over here, so the sensors will let you know in the back if you're getting too close to something. Some of the Ford trucks, even higher trim levels, have more cameras on the truck, so you can see all over the place, right? Like a 360 view. You do have start-stop engine button, four-wheel drive controls, trailer backup. You get heated and cooled seats, which is nice. You also have that on the Chevy over there. Dual climate control. 12 volt and 110 volt 400 watt max outlet, which I really do like. Leather's wrapped up on here. That looks good, feels good. Leather boot, big cup holders, more wood trim, 2 USB ports. Nice and deep down there too. You get a lot of stuff in that cubby hole. More cubby hole space down here. Massive center armrest. Look how big that is. You can lock it. It's got a little key set up right there. And then it's deep. Not seeing any more. Yeah, there's no more. Well, I'll take it. There's a 12 volt down there. That's about it. Up top, sunglass holders. You got LED lighting on the interior. Home link. LED lighting on the inside right here, which is great. Still kind of a small mirror, but hey, gets the job done. Then a big roof. Man, that's a big sunroof. Plenty of headroom. Your handles are on the sides of the A-pillars. They're not up there. Same in the back. Handles are right there. Let's go take a look in the back. So with the back seats up like this, there is a ton of space in the back of the F-150 for sure. You can throw things in here on both sides. You got rear air. You got 2 USB ports, even got rear heated seats in the back, another 12 volt and 110 400 watt max outlet. So you got 2 of those types of outlets, one up front, one in the back. Drop these down. Very nice, plenty of headroom, LED lighting up top in the back here. That's really good. And then here's what I really do like. I'm a big stiffler on this stuff, folks. I like that Ford doesn't put the cup holders right here. They have them right there. Again, when you're on a long trip or just riding anywhere, I mean, think about it. If you're sitting in the back, this is going to be a little more comforting right here. And if you got 2 people in, both you can get your elbows on there, and you don't have cup holders taking away your armrest. There's the back window. Anyways, nice leather too. It really feels good. Let's go take a look at the inside of the Chevy. All right, we're sitting inside the Chevy Silverado, and let's take a look. Let's go ahead and clean our window off so we can see out clearly. Again, same side on the left-hand side. Just turn it like that. Cleans off that window just nice and dandy. Steering wheel feels good, leather wrapped. The leather on the steering wheel in here actually feels a little bit nicer, a little bit more, a bit different quality leather, I'm assuming. It just feels a little bit better on this steering wheel versus the Ford steering wheel. But anyways, that's just my opinion. Less buttons, that's for sure. I mean, the Ford had a lot of different buttons up here and down there. You have cruise control here, heated steering wheel, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then over here, you have these that control your LCD screen there. And then you have voice command and Bluetooth. Okay, you got My Link instead of Ford Sync. My Link is with Chevy. The screen is definitely a lot smaller on the LCD. Again, I think if you bump up to a higher trim level on the Silverado, you know, it is an option to get a bigger screen. But, you know, again, this is the LTZ. It should be pretty well equipped. As you see, lots of different options inside of this truck as well. Info, audio, phone, navigation options, all that, okay? So you have that going on. You'd also have some leather wrapped up on the dash, just like you did on the Ford. It does feel a little bit smaller in here versus the Ford. The Ford felt a lot bigger and more open on the inside. That's just, again, my opinion. The A-pillar on the Ford had a handle. The Chevy's handle is up top. Still got a nice big LCD screen. It's touchscreen just like the Ford. Both vehicles have Wi-Fi built in if you want to do that. With Chevrolet or Ford, you got to do it with AT&T. I'm not sure with Chevy, but it does have Wi-Fi, as you can see right there on the screen. Temperature, all that. Traffic. Well, let's turn the radio off so we don't get copyright. Probably won't get a copyright for Rush Limbaugh, but anyways, there's all your cool features there. Put it in reverse for the backup camera. There's your camera. Pretty wide angle. You still got the guidelines and they move with you when you turn the steering wheel. But you don't have a little icon of a truck for those sensors. What you have on the Chevy is when you actually start backing up and getting too close, it vibrates your seat, letting you know, and I think it does give you an indication somewhere, but it does vibrate the seat. I noticed that earlier. The seat went boop, 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 and it gets your attention when it vibrates that seat. Anyways, audio controls here, dual climate control. Both trucks had heated and cooled seats. More controls here, your light for the back, all that. 2 USB ports, 12 volt, 12 volt. There's a 110, 400 watt max outlet right there. So I'm glad Chevy put an outlet like that on there. This is different, but it's a little different, but it's interesting and I like it. Doesn't look bad. Cup holders seem pretty good. Armrest, it's big. It's got one of these charging setups for the new smartphones that are wireless. The Ford didn't have that. You can lock this. Well, hold on. No, actually, no, you can't. There's no lock on there for that. The Ford does. And you do have a 2 USB port auxiliary. The Ford only had a 12 volt in there. And there's a little light right there to shine in there. I didn't notice a light on the Ford. You got OnStar inside of here. Ford has 911 assist if your Bluetooth phone is hooked up. Sunglass holders. LED interior lights, sunroof controls, again a lot smaller sunroof, mirrors, those are not LED, but the mirror is definitely a lot bigger inside the Chevy. You got memory seats. One thing I didn't mention earlier was the seats. Both trucks have 10-way power seats and lumbar support, and so you're good to go. You also got, I think you got power seat on passenger side. 2 glove boxes. Bose stereo system in this one. So it's your decision. Do you like Bose or do you like Bang & Olufsen, right? Bose has been around, I think, a little bit longer. Anyways, let's go take a look in the back. Also, Chevy's got, you know, of course, it's got power windows, door locks, mirrors, all that, memory seats, auto up-down feature on every single window. Basically, one touch like that, rolls it down. One touch rolls it up. So that's cool. It does that on every window. Let's take a look in the back of the Chevy. The Ford seemed like it had more room in the back. That's definitely for sure. Now here's what's interesting. There is no air vents in the back of the Chevy. That's not really too cool, is it? You got a 12 volt there, but no USB ports in the back. No rear air vents. I'm not a fan of that. Really not. I mean, I like the Silverado. It's a nice truck, but that to me would be a selling point that I would really want on my truck, is to have rear air vents. Why? I have kids. And with having kids, I want them to have some cool air or some warm air blowing on them when we're riding in the vehicle. Also, again, I'm a stickler about this. I'm not a fan of this huge cup holder taking all the room from being comfortable sitting in the back of the truck. Again, Chevy could have had it coming out there. They didn't have to put this huge plastic thing right here. And it just doesn't look as luxurious. The fit and finish isn't as nice as the Ford. Do the seats fold up? They should, right? Do they? I don't know. Where is the controls for that? Yeah, they do. Now here's interesting. Kind of like a big bucket in here with a little net. You can store stuff under there, so that's cool. There's no lever at all. You just pull it up, okay? Headroom, you can see the headliner kind of goes up right here, so you're good to go there. So definitely a lot more amenities in the back of the Ford truck versus the Chevrolet. That's for sure. On the back window, I guess it's going to be power. I don't see a button, but I guess that's power. I know the Ford's power. I'm not sure on the Chevy. All right. The other thing we're going to look at real quick that we didn't do, and we usually do this in the beginning of our videos, but here's the key to the truck. This is the Ford key. Pretty nice key. It's got remote start, okay? So you hit that once, then hit this twice. Truck's cranked up, 5.0 liter sounds good. And then to shut it back off, just hit that twice again. And then like I said earlier, it does have a power tailgate. Hit that 2 times, drops that right on down. I mean, holy mackerel, life just got better for you today. I'm telling you, I like the power tailgate. That's pretty sweet. I always wondered why trucks didn't have that on there when all these SUVs have it. So it's nice to see Ford doing that. And I hope Chevy brings that feature around in 2019. But you got that. You got your alarm button here for the horn. That'll definitely scare off any villains. And yeah, and lock and unlock. And then again, it's a smart key. Just walk up, put your hand on the door, unlocks, get in, hit the start stop button, you're cranked up and go. And Ford still gives you the keypad here just in case you were in the house or you're outside. You know, Dad's out there cutting the grass and needs to get in the truck real quick to grab a bottle of water, but I don't feel like walking in the house because, you know, my wife's going to give me some hick when I walk in the door because, you know, my feet are dirty, my shoes got grass all over them. So I'll just press that little 5-digit number in right there and I'll unlock the truck and I'll get in and grab my bottle of water and I'll get back to mowing the grass. The Chevy, well, I'm going to have to go in the house and get the wife upset. And next thing you know, there's an argument going on because I walked in with my boots on and my grass and dirt got all over the kitchen floor. And but I had to get that key because I needed a bottle of water. Oh, well, hold on a minute. I don't want to go in the house and get the wife upset to get that key to get that bottle of water. So I'm going to have to go out in the front yard and cut on the garden hose, and I'll just drink some water out of the garden hose for a minute, right? That's because I own a Chevy truck. Does that make any sense? Anyways, just having a little fun, folks. Hope you got a laugh out of that. All right, let's hop in the Chevy truck and actually pull this puppy back on in the front line out there because it's starting to rain. And before we do that, though, here's the key. Well, we got a lot of noises going on here letting me know the headlights are on and all that. But you do have remote start right there. So that's about all you get. And there is no smart key on this particular one, and there's no start-stop engine button. And of course, the rain is starting to get worse right now. So I guess the rain kind of, old Mother Nature let me finish my truck review today in the rain. Well, let's put it in reverse and pull it back up front and see how it feels driving through this bumpy parking lot at the Chevy store. And there goes that seat vibrating, let me know I'm getting too close to that.
Connected by OnStar's high-speed 4G connection. Tap the blue OnStar button to learn more.
Man, I always think her voice is so pretty. Have you ever seen a picture of the OnStar lady? Well, here's one for you. She is just a cutie pie, isn't she? She sure is. I don't know, that may be the same lady. That was the OnStar lady's voice back in like 2010 and all those years. So I don't know, they may have changed ladies by now. But we got a North Trail ultralight in front of us, which is kind of slowing us down from getting through here. So let's take it through the gravel. Now I will tell you on a serious note, the Chevy drives nice. I will always tell folks on videos when I film these trucks, I say, you know, the Chevy Silverado is the Cadillac for cowboys. If a cowboy in the year 2018 could pick a vehicle to drive, like his horse, he probably would pick a Chevy Silverado. Anyways, maybe he'd pick a Ford, I don't know, but a Chevy Silverado Cowboys Cadillac just sounds a little better. And Cadillac is made by GM, so that works great. But it drives nice, it's smooth, it's got a bigger engine in here, it's got the 5.3 versus the 5.0, and it definitely is a nice truck, no doubt. At the end of the day, you got to look at it and you got to say, all right, do I want to spend this amount of money versus this amount of money? Because these trucks cost a little bit less, but they are so nice. And you see Silverados on the road all the time. I mean, there's one over there as a work truck. That's a LS. So anyways, let's go ahead and park it back, and we'll continue our adventure. Oh, I like that. See, I got sensors letting me know I'm getting too close to that out there. But anyways, let's go ahead and stop the video now, and we'll hop into Ford and drive it back down to the Ford store and talk a little bit. All right, it didn't take long for the rain to come. It's here. So, all right, let's crank this Ford up. The graphics are cool too. I mean, the Ford logo pops up over here, then a big kind of piece of cement that blows up or whatever. It says Ford Tough comes up over here. That's pretty cool. So that's nice. I like that. And again, personally, I do like the start-stop engine button. I really do. I know some of y'all are watching and you're gonna say, oh, this guy knows nothing about trucks. Why is he reviewing trucks? This and that. You know, I've been filming trucks now since 2011. Ford and Chevy, I've been filming Ford and Chevys every single week since 2011. So for you to say I don't know anything about trucks, I sure do know a good bit about trucks. I've been filming them a long time. Now, you know, if you got things in particular you want to see that I'm not talking about, then that's what you need to do. You need to go in the comment section and say, hey, I'd like to know this about the Ford or Chevy truck, and this, that, and the other, okay? Because what I do, my videos are different. I go over the kind of creature comfort type features on things, okay? That's just me. So if there's another reviewer you want to watch and they do some four-wheel driving in the trucks and they're talking about how the four-wheel drive works and all those specifications like that, I'm not that video guy. I'm not that car reviewer or whatnot, okay? I like seeing the oohs and the ahs and the headlights and the features, and I like seeing that kind of stuff on videos. So again, I'm just not that kind of video person, and you know, that may be something we start doing, but I don't have anywhere in my city to even do videos like that. So I'm doing the best that I can, and that's all I can do. So anyways, we got to get out real quick. I got to go film a couple of these used trucks in the rain, and looks like the truck all these people are looking at right there is that Dodge. So I'm gonna walk over there and see if I can help them out. Let's do that. That Dodge happens, the key to that Dodge happens to be in my pocket. I got the key to that one, that Dodge. Yeah.
Oh, but let me go in and drive.
Yeah, I film them for the store out here. But yeah, here it's unlocked for you. Now that's a pretty truck. That's a Dodge Ram 4x4. And we don't get to film Dodges on the regular because we're not a Dodge dealership, but that's a pretty truck. Look at this thing. That's a big truck. It's got some looks to it. The black wheels, the fender flares. So definitely subscribe to my channel so you can watch the review on that Dodge truck I'm getting ready to do right now. All right, so that man with his workers with him seemed pretty interested in that Dodge Ram, but I opened it up and let him look at it. I even told him a little bit about the truck since I was, you know, since I know about trucks. And let's hop back into Ford for a second. Well, hold on. We do need to hop back into Ford, but we got to go drop these keys off inside to those two vehicles I just filmed. But anyways, here's the thing. No salesperson came out and talked to him. Literally the 5 minutes I spent with him right there for a second, nobody came out and talked with him. He got in the truck and he rolled out. And I said to him, I said, hey, give me 1 second, let me go get a sales guy for you. He said, man, ain't got time for it. We just stopping by on break for a minute. So he knows we got the Ram right there. He may be interested in it. But a sales guy should have walked out there within the first 5 minutes and said hello. But they're busy in here, right? There's a lot of people here today. So I give them that. But you got to be on point. You got to get those customers and talk to them as soon as you can so you can have an opportunity to sell them a vehicle. I mean, 5 minutes went by like it went by quick, and they were already gone. All right. Whew, man, definitely feels a little better in here than it does out there. And it's just a rainy kind of day. All right, let's put these keys up and we'll head back down to the Ford store.